welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. Prepared to get sick of me. You don't have to watch this shit, but I am going to be posting. I'm in here just doing some cleaning. If you're new, you didn't see yesterday, I bought an ambulance to turn into a community arts center for the kiddos and other events, other stuff like that. So I was just cleaning all of the shelves and taking some measurements and figuring out what we're going to do. I already made a video this morning, but I kind of got interrupted now. I woke up. So I wanted to show you what I was talking about if you did watch that first week. So these things, I was going to remove them. Like, they're everywhere. Even up here. But what I'm going to actually do is upholster them and turn them into like little bulletin boards because it's foamy, so you can stick like safety pins or pins in it. And I'm a big fan of that kind of shit. So we could like display artwork, or just other decorations and shit. So I think I'm just gonna upholster it. I think I'm also just gonna get fabric and upholster. So I'm sitting on this like bench, and it's like a window seat situation. But I am gonna keep this bench in here. And I think, so we're going to have like I don't know. I feel like I have so many ideas. So this is not only for the community art space, but this is for my son and I, and my family, my animals, if we ever need to be on the road, right? In these times, there's a lot of unknowns. And I'm kind of a nomad, and so I wanted a vehicle that we could live in if we needed to. So I'm also thinking that main purpose is the art space. It's also an emergency vehicle for me and my family. No pun intended, because it's an ambulance. But I'm thinking about, because we do have this little couch, you know, I am a prepper, and so I have all of our stuff prepped already. I don't think I showed you guys all the compartments outside. I don't really feel like doing that right now. There's also a motion light right by this door on the side. Over here. So I'm thinking of this for a lot of ways to use it. I could do my card readings. We could do the community art space. We can do lots of like events. I've got all those board games now. We could post up. But what I'm thinking about right now, because we do have this little couch, again, I'm going to upholster it. I was figuring out what's metal and what's not. And surprisingly, the outside of this vehicle is not metal, so I thought it would be, and neither is this. That's why I have these in here. And this is plexiglass, not glass, which I prefer, especially after my son broke a window yesterday. It was an accident, and he's fine. But I'm glad that's plexiglass. I got a thing for plexiglass. We've also got this like bar up here. Okay, with these these hooks, there's two hooks. I was like, ooh, now we might be able to put in a swing. There's one here and then one here. This one is loose. I want you to like watching me do shit with that hair. Let's fix that. There was this extra little bench in here. Are you locked? There's a massive ass. So I don't know what these lights do. We have to figure out the electrical. I'm probably gonna have to hire a guy to teach me that, or someone to come over and fuck around with it. I'm figuring out this wood stuff because I don't like wood. But I don't know if I want to paint it, so I'm kind of looking at, that's what I was making the video about earlier today. Oh yeah, there's a razor blade in here that I have to move. So these cabinets are really deep. So this is, there's a razor blade. I'm going to remove that. I have to put gloves on though. There's two shelves here. They're both really deep. I would say about 15 inches. And then if you see, I have the doors locked outside, but this is a door for outside. And then there's a third shelf that you can only access from outside. So one of the things that I've always incorporated in the community art spaces is like a photo booth. And so I want one of the compartments to specifically be for the photo booth. So I'm thinking, I just bought the background today, but I'm thinking about ways to, make one of these doors like has like a rod that can extend and the background can hang down. And then I have a lot of those cutouts in the little camera. Sorry, ADD. My best friend, I had to share it with my best friend growing up. She knows I'm crazy. But anyway, I think we're just going to get some black fabric for all of these. So I'm taking some measurements and cleaning out the shelves. I did the top. I still have to do these two down here, clean those out quick. But this is a really clean floor. So this morning not the floor. It's a clean space, environment. It's not dirty. I did put some soft scrub on the floor and let it sit overnight. I am going to be covering up this flooring. I did buy that already. And I also bought the rainbow window cling for all of these cupboards. And then I have ransom letters. You can buy ransom letter stickers in a book. Which I didn't know. I wish I would have known that fucking 30 years ago. So I'm going to be making labels. I mean, it's the same thing as a community art space, but we're just going to be moving into this space. And then I think I'm going to get a big whiteboard to cover all of this, because I definitely don't want kids touching that shit. And then we can just like leave it there, and then they can have the whiteboard, or we can have like community announcements or whatever. But yeah, right now I'm thinking about the fabric to cover all of this stuff. I'm gonna do black, and I'm still deciding on what we're gonna do for this. And the roof, we could do like a cool, I'll probably do a tapestry situation up here. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. The batteries are dead. Let me show you why. Hello. So here's the cab. Dude from yesterday left his shit in here. There's like this little door. Has this tiny little handle. So we can close off the front from the back. Which I would do if I had the animals with me. And yeah. There's this thing right here. I'm using my computer. Don't mind his shit. I don't know what that is. He's gotta come get it. This thing gives you power, and we left it running even though the car was dead, because neither of us, yesterday was a fucking day, you know. I'm gonna put his shit in a bag. But anyway, I had to call the seller today, and I was like, hey, because I got the gas and it still wouldn't start, but it's turning over. And so he said, oh, you probably left that thing on that drains the battery. Because, like, there's outlets in here. Did I tell you that? More of a... See the outlets? There's at least two. Thought maybe there's only one. And because of the sirens and everything, and obviously whatever all that is, and the lights, so there's 2 tanks and there's 2 batteries. And so they have it, the seller has it rigged for only 1 gas tank and 1 battery, I think. But it takes like regular gas, you know, I don't have to do diesel or anything. But anyway, so I talked to the seller today, really great people. So he told me to turn that off, and when I get it jumped, to turn it on. But every single time we use the vehicle, we have to turn that knob off, otherwise it will continue to drain. And you know, so the first few days, yeah, there's a whole lot to learn about a new vehicle. I do not need a commercial driver's license for this in Arizona. But I don't know if we do travel, I mean, in these times, it's probably better to have what you don't need, in case you do need it somewhere else. But the gas mileage is, obviously, if we didn't make it home yesterday, it was about, what, like well, no, it was a pretty big trip. But because there's 2 gas tanks, I think the gas gauge only reads for, so like if there's a full tank of gas in the gas gauge, I didn't drive it though, but this is the conversation we had yesterday. If there's only 1 tank and the gas gauge says that it's full and then it says that it's half, that more than likely means that it's empty instead of half because there's 2 tanks. So I don't know, I might get a mechanic to work on that. I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. I'm more excited about decorating and thinking about having people in here safely. So I did get some vinyl like flooring roll, like peel and stick stuff for the floor, but it like looks nice. It's like a wood grain. So we're gonna start. I don't know. If I am gonna paint, I'm gonna have to start with the painting, but I don't know what color, or if I want to do wallpaper. So that's where I am, or tapestries. So okay, I think I just keep repeating myself. I'm very excited. I was gonna take this metal plating off because I think it's gross, but I'm just gonna cover it up. The reason I'm not taking it off is because of this right here. This goes all the way down, and I don't know. I mean, the other side is just wood still, so I just don't want to. Maybe I should take it off and then just put this back on. Oh, that might actually be way more possible than I thought. Yesterday my brain wasn't working, so. Or my brain was working for more than just myself, I guess is what I should say, because my brain was actually working really well. But anyway, okay, I'm going to keep cleaning this out. I think I am going to take these off. They're gross. And they're not magnetic. And if I'm going to paint, I don't think... Yeah, we can work around that. I don't know. Should we keep... I like the bulletin board idea, but... I don't know. Some of this stuff might get painted. I don't know. We'll see. My problem is that I've been sitting on this project for years wanting to do it, so I want everything done at the same time. And that's unrealistic and also not necessary. I have forever to work on this, but I want it done. I think I am going to take this shit off. It's gross. You know what? And we need some metal for art space to practice like soldering and shit. Might as well use that. I don't know. I did wash it, but I don't know why it looks like that. I'd probably just trash that. I think I'm going to take that off. It looks gross. Alright, well, yeah, because this doesn't go... I can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Okay, I'm going to take this off. I'll be back when I make more decisions. Okay, bye.